Hello, we are back today, day 8 of the 30-day Design Your Life series. I hope everybody is good. If you're watching this, you're seeing this, I hope you are in good spirits. I'm done. I just finished a crazy workout today. I ran 4 miles. It was about 5 p.m. in the afternoon, so you think it would be cooler, but in Miami right now at 5 p.m. it's like 30 degrees Celsius. It's like over 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's super hot. So I ran for 4 miles. It was like a 7-minute 45 or 7-minute 50 pace. I think was pretty good. I'm not a runner, so if you're a runner, tell me, is that a good pace? 7:50. I have no idea, but all I know is I couldn't breathe. So to me that means it's a good pace because I couldn't breathe. Then I came back, did my 30-day challenge for the abs, which was 100 reps a day for 30 days. But now we are doing 200 reps because 100 gets too easy, because if you do anything over and over again consistently, that shit gets easier. Simple. Everything in life gets easier if you do it repeatedly. That's why action is the cure for everything. So yeah, now doing 200 reps a day for the core, which is good. Still burns like hell. And then finished with 72 wide grip pull-ups. So like we have chin-ups, then you have pull-ups, and then you have like wide grip pull-ups. So I did 72 of them. I think I did them in 13 sets because I hate doing pull-ups. And right now, lately, they've been very, very sore to do them for some reason. I think I had more milk in my diet, and I feel like you get inflamed when you have a lot of milk for some reason, and it hurts. So I have been avoiding pull-ups. And if you're avoiding something because it hurts, it means, guess what? You got to do it. Okay, so that's why today I was exhausted after the run. I was talking to a buddy of mine. He's like, you got to do the pull-ups. Just like I mentioned a couple of videos ago, seeking discomfort. So I said, okay, let me see what I can do. So I did 72. Okay, I didn't want to go straight to the 100, but I was like, let me get 72. Let me get maybe 80 in a couple of days. Then let me get me 90, and let's get to 100 pull-ups. And after a 4-mile run in 30-degree weather, it's pretty good. So you got to see the signs of encouragement. You got to be positive, which is awesome. So that was my day today with other things, other work. I was doing a couple of calls as well. And I just wanted to jump on in regards to the 30-day series. And the short topic today is what is a mastery journal and why you should have one. Okay, so a mastery journal is because I'm always talking about seeking mastery, right? In life, you want to seek mastery. Do you ever get there? Very rarely. And you might get to a level of mastery, but there's always new levels. Okay, if you're not growing, you're dying. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. You hear these things all the time. If you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you're the richest in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you're the fittest in the room, you're in the wrong room, because you'll always be pulled up. Okay, when you're the bottom, you'll always be pulled up. If you're at the top, you're going to be pulled down. So who's around you? Like if you're around 4 fat people, you're probably going to be the 5th fat person. And you know, today we live in a world where people think it's okay to be fat. It's not. Okay, it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy for you. You're more at risk for diabetes, heart disease, cancer, everything pretty much. So in no world is it okay to be fat or to have fat. I always say that you're not fat, you have fat. Okay, and people might be laughing at that, but it's not okay to be fat. I'm sorry, because you're unhealthy. And the other, you want to live your best life. Right? You want to have energy. You want to have energy. And the only way to have the most energy is to be fit, to be healthy, for your cells to be working in a good way, for you to feel good every day. Okay, so when you're healthier, you feel better. When you feel better, you get more done. You achieve your goals. You're more likely to live your dream and feel happier. So that's my opinion on that. So if you're in 4 fat people, you're going to be the 5th fat person. If you're around 4 broke people, you're going to be the 5th broke person. And maybe not broke necessarily, but with bad habits. Even again with the food thing, maybe not fat, but if you're with 4 people who have bad food habits, you're going to pick up those bad habits. If you're around people who have bad money habits, you're going to eventually pick up some of those bad money habits. If you're around people who are always gossiping, you are going to pick up that habit. So whatever you are around, you're going to pick up. Okay. So the idea with the mastery journal is to help get some of the thoughts out and to measure your progress, to look where are you at now, where do you want to go. So your mastery journal is like your personal life Bible to help move you towards your life of mastery. And you can master many, many different things. We should all be trying, like life is like, for a terrible example, like a pizza. And the reason I say a pizza is because it's different slices. You want to have a full pizza. You don't just want to have one slice, which is fitness, one slice money, one slice relationships, one slice health, one slice spirituality. Okay, all of these slices are different elements of our life. We want to seek mastery in all of them. There's no reason why you cannot have an abundant life with great relationships, that you're financially independent, in fit, healthy, vibrant energy. There is no reason. If you think you cannot have it all, that's a programming issue. That's a limiting belief. That's a paradigm that's not serving you, that's come from patterns of thinking that have been influencing you for many, many years. And these patterns of thinking, guys, are like, here's the good thing, they're probably not from you. Of course, yes, you're in control, but a lot of the thoughts we've received from decades, from other people, from our environment, from teachers, from parents. And a lot of people we learned from, as you get older, you realize they didn't know what they were doing either. So when you're young, you think, oh, they're older, they must be experts. When you're younger, you see someone in a white coat who's a doctor, they must be an expert. You see a teacher, they must be an expert. You think police, government, they must be experts. As you get older and as you seek more knowledge, you start to realize that they're not necessarily experts. Yes, they may have expertise in certain areas, but a lot of people get to a level in a profession or achieve a profession, and then the learning stops. Okay? And this is why a lot of doctors don't have nutritional expertise. A lot of people stop researching new ways of healing or of preventative medicine. And this is in all examples. It's the same with law, it's the same with business, it's the same with everything. A lot of business owners get a business and they have some good years and they don't keep learning, they don't keep developing, they don't keep growing, and eventually their business goes down and down and down till eventually they lose their business. So it's all aspects of life, I would say. And I know some of these thoughts maybe are controversial to you, and maybe they're triggering some things within you. But I would be inclined to say if something is triggering you, it's for a reason. Okay, because usually when something triggers us, it's a reflection of something on the inside. Okay, that's like I remember coaching people before. I was giving a talk, and I was talking to a group of ladies. I was saying, when some woman says to you, "Oh, that doesn't look very nice," or "That's not a nice dress on you," what it means is, I couldn't pull that dress off. I couldn't wear that. So it's very unusual that it's about the dress or you. It's a reflection of themselves. It's like when you go to start a business and some fella might say to you, don't do that, or that won't work. It's because of their own limiting beliefs. So a lot of the times what people say, it's a projection. Many times people project their limiting beliefs, their paradigms from themselves onto others. So if someone is judging you, or if someone is making comments to you that is potentially holding you back or limiting you, that's often a projection. Okay, so don't take what other people say very seriously. The important thing is that you are focused on trying to master all areas of your life. Okay, so all of these things I'm saying, it's about you seeking mastery, and a mastery journal is going to help you to gather all your thoughts into one area. Everything you learn, maybe from this 30-day series, you're taking lots of nuggets every day. Well, don't trust your memory, because your memory is not always loyal to you. Okay, and even a lot of the times we've seen, a lot of studies have shown that a lot of the times the memory is not accurate at all. It's a crazy high percentage that your memory is not actually accurate. So don't trust your memory. They always say it's better a short pencil than a long memory. Okay, so that means write it down. And a mastery journal is a book that's dedicated to your life, to your mastery, to your physical development, your emotional development, your physical, your financial development. Okay, your mastery journal is about you. It's everything to do with you, what you desire, what you want, your journeys, your ups, your downs. And when you write things down, even when it comes to writing goals, which I mentioned in an earlier video, when you write stuff down, it activates your reticular activation system. And your reticular activation system is when your brain says, what's important to me? What do I want? So it's like, for example, you're in an airport and you hear your flight, your city announced. There's constantly announcements about cities and flights, okay? And then you hear your flight and it gets your attention because you know it's important to you because it's your flight. The same if you're walking down the street and you hear someone say your name, it gets your attention because your name is important to you. So your reticular activation system is seeking out in the day, and that's why with your beliefs as well. We live in something called a belief-dependent reality. That means everybody's reality is completely designed around their beliefs. So we could all line up and look at one thing that's happening on the side of the street. Let's say there's 5 of us. There'll be 5 different accounts. They might be very similar, but they'll be coated and shaped by our personal beliefs, by our history, by our paradigms, by how we see the world. Okay, so this is very, very important. So this is why the reticular activation system, why it's necessary for you when you think about your dreams and your goals to write it down. Because now your brain says, this is important. Let me seek this out in the world. Let me look. And then when you get hints, when you get things, people, events that will aid you and move you in the direction of that goal, okay, you will seek it out. You will be a magnet. You will identify it. You will observe it. You will notice it faster, easier, because your brain now says, this is important to me. So now you think of it like this. You think, why would I not ever write something down? Because if I wanted something I want to achieve, why would I not write it down? It's crazy. I want my brain to know this is important to me so that I can seek it out in the world, so that I can notice it, I can find it. Okay, it's like a treasure. You're searching for treasure. Okay, when you have a treasure map, there's things on that map to guide you to the treasure. Okay, but so when you're looking for the statue on the treasure map, you see the statue, you know it's important because you saw it on the treasure map. Okay, so your mastery journal is your treasure map, and the treasure is your joy. It's your happiness. It's your peace of mind. What a beautiful treasure. Good Lord, what a beautiful treasure. To have peace of mind, health, joy, happiness, that is all we want. Everything we are seeking by trying to get healthy, by trying to get in shape, by the clothes we buy, by the people we meet, by the job we do, by the money we earn, everything we do, it's connected to happiness. That's all. We do it for happiness. And unfortunately, a lot of our happiness is we base it on other people's opinion. That's why now in this lockdown, you'll see all those fancy clothes you have, that you're not leaving your house. So the fancy clothes in the wardrobe, it means nothing, because it shows you that it's the social approval. That's why you have it. Okay, and it's okay to have nice things. I like nice things. But it just proves to you that everything is connected to happiness. But unfortunately, when you're buying things that give you satisfaction when outside in the world for other people saying, yes, I like it, or other people's approval, this is not what you want. It should be what makes you happy. So this is why, guys, the mastery journal is so important. You got to write everything down. My advice to you today for everything I've just said is, when you have a mastery journal and you get clear and you have different segments for your health and fitness, for your relationships, for your finances, everything, all aspects of your life should be in your mastery journal. Again, every day you should be writing down what you want, what you've done, where you're going. Okay, if you don't have a vision for the future to pull you, okay, to intrinsically motivate you to make a change, you are living your past every day. Everything you think about today is a result of your past. Every thought, every belief, every paradigm that's holding you back is shaped by the people, environment from your past. Your parents, your teachers, the people in your neighborhood, everything when you were growing up, that has shaped you. And the only way to be pulled out of those paradigms into a different paradigm to get you to a better future, okay, the only way is to have a vision for that future that's going to intrinsically motivate you to take action every day. And when you have a mastery journal, when you have a place you can go to every day and you can open it up and look inside, okay, that's going to motivate you to move in that direction. And when you have it written down, your brain says, this is so important to me. This is important to Aidan. Let me find out everything in the world that's going to help that belief. That's going to move me towards that. Remember, we live in a belief-dependent reality. Your reality is shaped by your beliefs. And your beliefs are just stories you've told yourself over and over again so you believe them. The word L-I-E, lie. The word lie is in the word belief, because beliefs are bullshit. There should be no beliefs. There should be, when you know something, you don't believe it, right? You know it. So when you want to go somewhere in life, you have a vision for how you want to look, how you want to feel, okay? How much money you want to have is in terms of financial independence, how you want to live your life, how you want to contribute, how you want to grow as a person, what kind of relationship you have. When you know what you want, it's a knowing, it's not a belief. Okay, the only reason you believe or don't believe you can do something is because of stories you've told yourself, patterns of thinking. And when you have a mastery journal, you get to look and physically see. It takes all the emotion out of it. You can objectively look at your mastery journal and say, is that real? Okay, and I'll teach you later in some of the topics coming up on are your thoughts real? I will teach you how to find out if your thoughts are real. and I will teach you the difference between thoughts and emotions, okay? Over this 30 days, I'm going to open your mind right up. And if you implement the things I'm telling you, even 20% of it, it's going to turn your life upside down in a positive way, in the best way, and it's going to move you towards your dreams. So today, get on Amazon and order a brand new journal, okay? And it's your mastery journal, and it's going to take you from where you are to where you want to be. Because everybody has to have a gap analysis. Where you are and where you want to be. There's a gap here. How big is that gap? From where you are in your physical, are you looking the way you want to look? Do you feel the way you want to feel? Do your clothes look the way you want them to feel? Are you financially where you want to be? Do you have as much money in your bank as you want? Are you earning as much as you want? Are you in the relationship that you want to be in? Okay, do you travel as much as you want to travel? Not right now, obviously, but in general. Do you live in the house you want to live in? Do you live in the city you want to live in? It's all where we are and what we want. And then how do we close that gap? Well, the first thing is writing it down in your mastery journal, getting clear, specific on what you want, looking at it every single day, feeding your mind, fueling yourself to move in that direction. And in other videos coming up, I'm going to teach you how the emotions, what you feel every day is what's really going to move you in the direction, what's going to attract you, and how you can pull in your life to you. Okay, when you're in alignment with who you want to be, you attract everything. You're pulled into it. You don't have to push yourself. When you're struggling and you're pushing yourself, you're out of alignment. Okay, you're coming from ego. You're coming from fear. You're not coming from a place of love, from heart. The heart and the mind. The mind is limited. The heart is limitless. Okay, so you wanna be pulled by the heart. And this is how you attract. This is the law of attraction. I'm going to talk about this in other videos as well. So guys, there's a lot in that. I feel in the energy. This is what happens when you work out and you feel good. The energy is high. I hope you got some value from that today. And remember, just 30 days right now, every single day of all this free content I'm putting out. And if you're getting some value, just comment you're getting value. Comment yes. Send me a message. I want to hear from you guys. I want to have conversations. If you have any questions about what I'm talking about, send me a DM. I'm happy to answer. I will answer everybody. Just send me a DM. Ask me questions you want to ask me, and I'm happy to help. Remember guys, happiness is what we're all chasing. Mastery is what we're seeking. And be happy. Just do it. Find your way. Find your goals. Find out the way. This time we're in right now is such a perfect time to rediscover who you are, where you're going, what you want from life, and most importantly, who you're becoming. Who do you want to become? This is the perfect time to reshape yourself. Already a couple of people have wrote to me and said, I'm realizing while I'm at home right now, I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go back to the life I was living. This is such a beautiful reset. It's like when the phone gets full of, when the phone gets all jumpy and you got to turn it off and back on, you actually feel clearer, okay? When everything gets jammed up and you got to unplug, and this is what's happening right now. You're turning off all your patterns, all your programs that you've had for years. This whole coronavirus is a blessing. Yes, it's causing some problems for some people, and we don't want that for anybody, so you got to take care of yourself. But in general, for you, this time to be at home is a chance to reprogram everything, to shift your paradigm into that new upgraded version of yourself. Your iPhone upgrades the software regularly. When is the last time you upgraded your software and your hardware? You got to be continuously upgrading yourself for better performance, and that is how you will find joy. I hope you got some value today, guys. It's an absolute pleasure speaking with you. Share this if you like it. Tag people in it. Get people. This is content I'm giving you every day. And there's so much, I've 10, 12 more years of experience doing this, traveling the world, discovering all of this for myself. And this is how it just comes out, because I've been living it. I face the same shit you face every day. I have for years. We're all on this journey of life. And my mission is to share this with you, to open your mind, to increase your awareness, and just help the world awaken to what they're capable of, to realign with who they're meant to be. So nothing but love from me to you guys, and talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one.